Ray remembers the day like it was yesterday. The flames were roaring through the top floor windows. The smoke was so heavy it nearly darkened the sky above him. Ash started to rain down on top of him as he stared at the roaring inferno. He had never seen a house engulfed like that in his life. Yet he had a hunch someone was still inside. The fire looked to have started on the second floor, so he figured he'd still have time to check. The front door was relatively untouched, for now. He decided to go for it. He heard the distant sirens blaring, but seeing as the fire truck still had to follow the winding road up the mountain, he knew that if anyone was still inside by the time they made it to the top, they would be a crisp. He kicked open the front door.
Hello? Is anyone home? Your house is on fire,
He said. He started to cough as the smoke seeped through the floor joist.
Hello?
He frantically walked through the living room and noticed a shut door. It was the master bedroom. He turned the knob, but noticed it was locked. He knocked on the door.
If you're sleeping, wake up. Your house is on fire.
He turned around to see if the fire penetrated the second floor and blocked the entrance. Not yet. He turned back around and stared down a gun barrel.
Who are you, and why are you here?
It was a man with a cloth bandage over his eyes.
Sir, your house is on fire. You must leave or you will die.
Nonsense. You're here because I won the lottery and you're trying to steal my money.
Money? Who cares about money right now? Your life is more important than that. Please, sir, I beg of you, take my hand and come with me. There isn't much time.
He reached out his hand and grabbed his arm.
Don't touch me, thief. This gun is loaded.
He was perplexed. How could a blind man be this naive? Didn't he at least smell the smoke and hear the crackling of the flames? Should he just leave him to die? He didn't know what to do, and time certainly wasn't helping the situation. Ray became sad and started to slowly back away towards the front door. Suddenly he saw a flaming floor joist above the master bedroom fall on top of the man.
Help!
Ray quickly removed the plank, stood him up, and began guiding him towards the door. More joists fell through, one hitting him on the head and dazing him. As he reached the open front door, he pushed him out as hard as he could after seeing the second floor begin to collapse just in front of him. With a thud, the blind man hit the grass in front of him. At the same time, the firefighters arrived and also pulled Ray to safety. He had suffered third-degree burns and nearly lost his life. Years later, to that fateful day, the blind man finally mustered the courage to ask him,
Why did you do it? You risked your life for me, and I treated you so horribly.
He told Ray.
Because I love my neighbor as myself.
Like Ray and State Farm, a Christian is like a good neighbor. When someone's life is about to perish, it is imperative that he or she at least attempts to rescue the person. However, they cannot force someone to move. They must be very persuasive and describe the situation in vivid detail. This means explaining to them that the sins that they love doing will ultimately lead them to a fiery eternal judgment in the end. Yet, if they repent and follow Jesus, the way of escape, they can be spared. Yet, like the blind man, many people can misinterpret their intentions and view them as rude and insensitive or charge them with some ulterior motive for preaching to them. However, sometimes when hard times come, they finally realize the truth and desire to know more. Like the flaming house, life isn't promised to last forever. The more time one refuses to turn to a God who loves them, the closer they get to it being over with no other chance left. Ray truly loved his neighbor because he was willing to die to save him, and it severely hurt him in the process. How far would you go to save a soul from perishing? Are you willing to suffer harm for the sake of saving someone? The blind man was oblivious to the situation and truly thought that Ray was a thief and almost shot him. Only after he realized he was telling him the truth did he decide to go with him. Are you willing to risk your life to the very end before giving it to Jesus? What if Ray already left the house? Should God also let you be? Be wise. Forsake foolishness like the blind man did. Yet don't wait until something tragic happens. Live like Ray instead. Be a hero.
This was Speaker's Corner.